Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. 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 Wanna move my feet, wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, 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 wanna drink my wine. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open bar. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Got no money, but I'll work it out with my charm. Having a good time, ain't doing no harm. It's gonna be alright, gonna be alright. Hey now, honey, I've been driving around in my car, looking for some kind of open.
G'day Overtakers. Welcome back to another stream.
Here we are. Boom. G'day guys. What's happening? It's just another week.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Something exciting happened this week though.
the weekend or this week? What are you talking about?
In the last couple of days.
Tell me more.
We got a big shout out from the Skid Factory.
Of course. That's right.
We gained 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, an extra. We started to get a couple off that last video, the sleeper video, but then the HJ build came out on Skid Factory. Alan Woody gave us a shout out, and thanks very much, guys. And and a lot of new people joined us. So welcome on board. We've had some great comments as well. So really appreciate the comments on the videos that have been coming through, and I think we've just about replied to them all.
Yeah, we've been trying.
So, but we do really appreciate it. Really encouraging comments as well. That's the main thing that's coming through was the encouragement, liking the content. We'll keep improving. So it's still really early days for us. We've been doing this YouTube thing for 5 months.
Yeah, a little bit over now, I think.
Yeah, so you've done a little bit more. You've done, 3 or 4 videos across the last couple of years. But then we got serious about it. So... thanks. Bevan's just joined the chat. Nice boys, 1.6 onwards and upwards. Yeah, appreciate that. Thanks, mate. One of the OG, and but it's been really cool. So it's been it was really exciting watching those subs come through. Yeah, after the video, that was pretty full on.
Yeah, just watching the tube buddy graph go up.
Yeah, so I really appreciate it, guys, and another one, Johnny Skidpig joined us, another OG. Congrats on 1,500 subscribers. So heading for 2K now, mate. Won't be too long. We'll get there, and we'll just keep bringing content. And I think that's the main thing. Hopefully, a few people will tune in and see a bit of the live show tonight, and we'll talk a little bit about a few. There's quite a bit of news actually this week in the car scene. So we'll talk through that. There's some different stuff with events and whatnot going on, but there's some new cars in the lineup and some changes in some of the cars we've spoken about before. Of course, we've got some electric vehicle news. We always end up with it. And hopefully a few people have brought their, to drop in comments, their silly car laws. Yeah, silly car laws. We'll do that one as well. God's joined us again. Welcome back this week. Thanks, mate. Congrats from God. Always good when God congratulates you. Just, the Almighty. We'll keep on cruising through it, and we'll just see how we end up. So I think we just picked up another subscriber then.
Chi Harrison, thank you for subscribing.
Awesome. All right. Well, before we jump straight into the news, let's mention.
Where we were on the weekend.
Yeah. Where were we?
We were at Jamboree. Big weekend.
Yeah, Jamboree at Willowbank Raceway. And we were out there for Saturday and Sunday. And we have a hell of a lot of content to get through. Yeah, so we shot a lot. So, and we got a few interviews as well. We'll bring you some of that action across the next couple of weeks. So I think that'll be pretty cool to see that. So we'll we'll bring that. But I think the next one we got coming out is probably the HQ run.
Yep. This Saturday, hopefully. It should be.
Yep.
Should be out.
And then
Should be a
Jamboree after
video.
that one.
Jamboree after that one.
Yeah. So Jamboree should be out next week.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll hit up a few more events this weekend. Bring some more stuff through.
Mm-hmm.
We'll let you know how that gets on. But news. Do you want to jump into the news?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. What have we got happening this week? So, the first one came about.
Mm-hmm.
This one hit Facebook
Yeah.
in the last few days. Bit of a post circulating that there'd be a new racetrack for Brisbane.
Yeah. They were 2021, I believe they were pitching it for. So.
Yeah, they're saying at the airport, Brisbane Airport,
Mm.
set to open 2021, and they're currently looking for an operator to take it on.
Mm.
So it'll be a 2.3 kilometre performance track.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to have speed limit on it though.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so from what I know, there's a 240 kilometre an hour speed limit, so it's still up there.
Mm.
But there's going to be other stuff there as well, because this story, although it was quite new, in a sense on Facebook this week, this story actually broke back in 2016.
Yeah, well, that's the version that I've got up here.
Aha.
So
There
it's
you
got
go.
a bit different information to what you have from me, I think. So yours says what, 2.3 kilometres? This
Yep.
one says 2.5.
It's designed by Mark Scaife.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, you got that?
Yep.
So I think the story at the moment that came out this week is that they're looking for an operator now to take it on. But the story of the track, a lot of people hadn't heard that, I guess, but it did come out in 2016
Yeah.
that they are going to do a track in Brizzy at the airport, and they're going to do a big auto mall. Like
Yeah, it's supposed to be trial your car there in a sort of
test drive.
yeah
Yeah, you can test drive
under
cars there.
controlled conditions essentially.
Yeah, so they're saying that whole area, not just the track, but the whole area will be all the different car dealerships and everything going on in there as well. 50 hectares.
It's insane.
Yeah, so it's a massive area, and they're saying that it's nearly as big as the Brisbane city.
Yeah, the CBD.
CBD, yeah.
It's
So,
crazy.
yeah, so massive area. Four-wheel drive track as well.
Mm-hmm. And I believe they said something about possible track days there on Sundays.
Yeah. Yeah, there might be track day. No racing events, though.
No racing events planned, like with supercars or anything like that, but possible Sunday track days.
So, yeah, look, it's interesting.
Laps or something.
Yeah, more brekkie laps. That's good. We've got Norwell, but they have some noise restrictions. We've got Lakeside with some noise restrictions. We've got QR. There's only there's plenty of events on that at QR at Bank, but yeah.
Very exciting.
So Dave from Cobar's joined us. Hopefully got the rest of those parts, mate, for the engine, and that build's still carrying on. So
God's entered the chat now fully. It's posted it in there that he's entered. Johnny Skidpig, come on everyone, let's send it. Nugget Garage, welcome. Congrats on the big 1K, fellas. Oh, and hi.
Thanks, Nuggets.
And Nate, enjoying your content, boys. Just working through the back catalogue of your vids. Thank you.
Yeah, it's good. There's over 50 videos there already that we have done, because we're doing 2 or 3 videos a week.
Yeah.
So pretty regular content. What we do promise is we will always bring a video of an event every week. So the live show, we just tacked that on as just something different, because it's a bit of fun. We throw the camera on, we just sit here, talk. You guys get to throw comments up, ask questions, chat amongst yourselves, and it's a bit of fun. And we do some events at the end, like what's coming up for some people that don't have access to Facebook and other means to get it. So at their request, they said, "How do I find these events?" And we said, "We'll tell you where they are." So that's how it sort of come about. So that's a new racetrack for Brisbane. Tell us what you think. Are you keen for that?
Are you excited? Another track? It's good.
Is
it's
it
always good to get extra tracks.
Definitely. Is it your area? Are you close to Brizzy that you can get out there and check that one out? Let's see what else we got.
This one I'm very excited for. V8's Under Lights. The Gold Coast 600 is set to host a night race in 2020.
Yeah.
The supercars.
Gold Coast, that's our area. So that's our local.
Yeah, well, they are planning on transforming the final round of the Pertec Enduro Cup in 2020 and making it a night race, which will be super exciting because there's not many of them around.
I think they're trying to reinvigorate the supercars on the Gold Coast because sort of the last couple of years it started to slow up a little bit.
Yeah, it builds a lot of economy for the Gold Coast, so it's very important that it sticks around and stays,
Johnny,
up there.
Johnny Skidpig just commented and said that they're dropping QR and Phillip Island for next year.
No.
Now, I missed that. I did miss that. I did look at some of the format changes, but I didn't. I didn't notice they're dropping QR. That's disappointing, actually, because I think that's especially up here.
From
But
a spectator standpoint, it's one of the best tracks to go to because you see everything.
you see the entire track. It's great to watch the V8 supercars, and I much prefer to watch them from Ipswich QR than the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast is go there and have a few drinks and a few alcoholic slushies.
The Gold Coast is a very party-centric V8 day. Less racing, more partying, I think.
Yeah, the racing's going on, but all you can see is you go up to the fence and you watch them go past, all day. You can't see. You can watch one part of the track. You know what I mean? But QR, you see that whole track. So that's it is a disappointment because that's one that I don't mind going out there, fold up chair, throw it on the hill, and watch the event from there. I usually find that pretty enjoyable.
Yeah.
So, but they're doing a few other changes, right? So,
yeah, well, they're planning on making the super sprints 200 kilometre now instead of 120. So they want to try and make people want to go to these events a little bit more because the super sprints, they're sort of out there on the Saturday, but they didn't really do a lot of racing. So it's very quick and over, done with. So they've vamped it up to 200 kilometre race, and it will have 2 minimum stops and 120 litre fuel drop.
Yeah, right.
On it. So,
well, it'll be interesting. I guess we'll just have to see how the changes go. I think one of the things with the supercars, being the fact that I've always been a Holden fan, and Red Bull, I've been on one side of the fence watching my team win over all these years, and now I'm on the other side of the fence because Ford are dominating. Yeah. And I realised probably how boring it's been for Ford for the last however long. I've been happy because my team's winning, but now shoes on the other foot. Scotty McLaughlin's killing it. Yeah. And see that it probably just needs to be a bit more competition. So I guess while I was winning, I didn't notice that. No. While they were winning and I was cheering them on, I was pretty happy. And wondering what everyone was whinging about. Now tables have turned, so I can see what's going on. But I think they do need to bring that competition a bit closer. Yeah. So we'll see what they do with that. Because it doesn't matter what you change if we do have one team will dominate all the time, then it can be somewhat boring. Yeah,
even for the team that's dominating as well.
Well, I'm sure they're not minding too much.
Yeah, but it kind of gets a bit boring. Especially the F1s, for example, Lewis Hamilton. You turn it on, you go, oh, he's just won another race. Go to the next channel.
Yeah, that's it. Look, I think they've got to just step it up. What do you reckon out there? Let us know. Drop some more comments. Tell us what's going on. What your thoughts are around the supercars if you're a fan of it, and whether you're on the Ford side of the fence at the moment or the Holdens. Yeah. You're winning or losing.
Or are you a fan of the Nissan?
Well, that's a possibility, but they get the occasional win, but. A little bit few and far between, unfortunately, for them.
I don't even think they've gotten a win, to be honest. I think it's just podium finishes for them.
Oh, there you go. That's what happens when I don't see them all. Lack of Foxtel. Wish they'd open that up as well. I think that's an issue. Yeah. Everything being locked away on Foxtel. It does bother me. But, all right, we'll go another story. We'll talk a little bit now about
Scott McLaughlin used to go to my school when I was in human form, God says.
There you go. Chaz Mostert lives down the road.
Mm.
Well, he might be changing teams shortly too, eh?
Yeah, so the rumours are.
Because JC, sorry God, not that JC, James Courtney is changing teams, or not going to race for Walkinshaw Andretti at the end of his contract. So that's
I believe they're looking at trying to poach Chaz Mostert. So
that's the rumour mill. So that's what everybody's saying.
Nothing's been confirmed yet, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
And we'll keep you posted.
and then see what does James Courtney do from here. Where does his racing career go? Will he move to another team? I haven't seen any.
Or will he move
news
to
on that.
another racing sport?
I don't know. Very nice guy. Met James, and he was a real nice guy to talk to. We were at a car show, and he was quite interested in my car at the time. Nothing over the top special or anything like that, but he just showed a genuine interest, which was it was just pretty decent of him, really.
Yeah.
That's just the way that he came across was a top bloke.
Yeah, well, he was testing F1s and stuff, and then he had the major accident, and then I think that sort of held him back now ever since.
Yeah, we'll just wait and see. And
Get a couple more comments. Holden all day long, Bevan. And Lynn, congratulations on 1600 plus. Thank you.
cheers, thank you. Watch it climb. So we'll jump on. Let's get out of V8 supercars. We don't normally talk supercar stories, but
No, Carl's not here this week to tell us all the news.
yeah, that's right. He's the supercar guru, isn't he? NZ Philly. So we don't have him there, but maybe he'll comment later on. He'll watch the replay. We'll see what he's got to say.
Yeah.
And we'll jump to the next story. That's the end of supercars for today. We don't, as I said, we don't visit that often, but
No.
because Gold Coast, I think it was worth having a look at.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the next one. Let's talk about what's up and coming. And we've spoke about the Corvette coming out in 2020, the new Stingray. So that's a story that we've had on previously.
Yeah, the C8.
Yeah, so
It's an exciting car.
but there's some new stories around it this week.
Yeah, they reckon a bit more power, hey?
Well, they're doing another model, is what I'm.
Fast, and fastest.
So they're going to have
Or fast, faster, and fastest, I should say.
So yeah, they're talking about 3 different power levels.
So 596 kilowatts of power and 950 newton meters of torque is from one twin turbocharged V8.
That's going to be the that's the top of the line one,
I'd guess so.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Because then, it depends on which site you have a look at. I've been across a few, carsguide.com.au. They had down there that it was the ZR1 that would have the 600 kilowatts. And then whichcar.com.au have got it down as the Z06. So one of those guys is right, I guess.
Maybe they're both right, and maybe we just don't know enough about it.
Maybe. But either way, it's going to have a fairly thumping motor coming out in it. And that will be the most powerful car to come out through Holden in Australia, is my understanding, yeah?
I believe so, yeah.
So, do you know much else about it?
Not a lot, actually, no.
Oh,
It's the regular one will be pushing out 396 kilowatts
right.
and 637 newton
Well, we
meters.
talked about that one, actually. So, this one, though, what's that in horsepower? Let's
Horsepower.
talk. I'm not a kilowatts person.
Let me get the converter up.
How many kilowatts in horsepower?
take me some time. Might have to read some more. And 500, just under 500 horsepower for 369 kilowatts.
Not bad for factory cars,
And
is it?
the other one's about just under 800 horsepower for the top of the range one. Twin turbo V8.
Wow, that's nuts. That is massive.
And God says, in my humble opinion, the Corvette C5 Z06 is the best designed Corvette ever. I hear a lot of people have that same opinion. It's a pretty popular one. And Nugget Garage, the aftermarket world will go nuts with a factory twin turbo V8. Yes, they will.
Yeah, it's pretty insane to think that coming out in factory and 800 horsepower from factory. There's a lot of people out there spending a hell of a lot of money on that at the moment. So yeah, it's unreal to think that could be coming out. So would you get one?
Oh, of course, if I had the money. They're talking about more power, but they still haven't given us a figure.
Well, base models, I'm telling you, the base model's selling in the States for under
selling in
70
the
grand.
States, though. How much is it going to be in Australia? Can you give me the price in Australia?
Well, the price in Australia, I think, is going to be over $200,000.
Oh, who knows? 4101 Music just subscribed. Thank you.
Oh, the sub. Thanks, man. Thank you.
Dan Jazz
join.
2000 says, get the price point right, it will sell out.
Yeah, it would. Look, they're beautiful. It looks amazing. The power is amazing, as we talk about. There's 3 different levels, but I think from what I've seen, that base model is going to be over 200 grand. By the time it comes over here with our import tax, the luxury car tax, all the bits and pieces that they're going to tack on, it's quite expensive, and that price point just jumps through the roof, which is a bit upsetting. But we'll definitely see them around. Won't see one in my shed, but maybe in years to come. Who knows?
Yeah.
Down the track when they're second hand and get a bit cheaper. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. But it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's a very nice car.
And it says that those staggering figures would put it amongst the most powerful cars available in Australia outright. So not just through the Holden, but one of the most powerful in Australia. So it'll benefit from a pair of turbos and a flat plane crank, according to Motor Trend. It'll be pretty impressive. The move to the turbos for the C8 is to take full advantage of the balance of performance regulations that dictate power for GTE, which favours turbocharged engines like those found in the Ferrari 488 and Ford GT. So that comes out of Motor Trend. So
Nugget Garage is much the same as the Camaro. They're everywhere like a dirty Commodore in the USA, but are not cheap here.
Yeah.
As soon as they slap that HSV badge on them, they're just like...
And that's where Ford have come out with that market on the Mustangs. That's why there's 1 million Mustangs out there now.
Yeah, the second-hand market for a Mustang is so saturated.
Yeah, there's a lot out there, and it's a bit unfortunate that they can't match it and do something the same. But we'll see what happens. And then you got what happens with Cadillac as well. If they bring them out, we just don't know. So when we move to the next one,
let's do it.
So another 2020
car
coming out.
Getting into the third order. You're going to get one of these, getting in the third order for a Supra. The third order comes out soon.
Is it? Because the first 2 are sold out.
Yeah, third allocation is due to go on sale September 25 in Australia.
Okay. It's lucky that they're talking about stepping up the power because...
Well, actually, they've stepped up the power, but not only that, they're actually bringing it out with a manual gearbox now.
Right. Okay, because that's a little bit more
exciting. So they said no manual originally. They ruled out the idea of a manual, and then now they've changed their mind. So they're going to be introducing the manual now.
And what about this engine?
So Toyota's Go Fast Guru seemingly confirming there would eventually be a GRMN powered, super powered by BMW's twin turbocharged S58 engine. So
another twin turbo, but not a V8 twin turbo. But and are they given power figures on this as well?
Good for 375 kilowatts and 600 newton meters in its base form.
So it comes out at about the same as the base model C8.
Mm.
Not too far off of it. 500 horsepower.
No, it's pretty good. Nah. Well, you heard what those 6 cylinders can sound like on the weekend at Jamboree. A couple of those old school Supras and
Yeah, they weren't
RVs
too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. That was pretty good. I was impressed. I was actually impressed out of Jambo. Some of those 4 cylinders. Jet racing.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
2,030 horsepower out of that 4G63.
Not bad at all. That's insane. Running 6 seconds in the Dado as well. Doing pretty good. But yeah, so because you said auto was an 8-speed auto that they were going to have, right?
Yeah.
But what are they going to go to, a 5 or a 6-speed manual? Does it say?
It does not say.
Okay. What's the price for a Supra in Australia?
So entry level GT trim, which is the base one, it's 93,730 drive away.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's fairly reasonable for what you're getting.
It's around the price of a Camaro.
And then the GTS trim level, which is the next model up, the plush everything, and I guess I haven't looked too much into the trim levels of that, but 104,379.
Yeah, right. Okay, so about 10 grand more. And those first 2 allocations, you said they sold out, but they sold out like instantly, right?
Yeah, it was within minutes they sold out, I believe.
So, who out there is a fan of the Supra?
Yeah, who likes the new Supra and who doesn't? Are you more of a fan of the old school?
Interesting thought. Let us know.
Like the A90 or something. No, that's a pretty popular one, I believe. That's the new one, isn't it? A90 is the new one. What am I doing?
I don't know.
I'm going to get yelled at in the comments now. What have I done? It's the A80, I meant. A90 is the new Supra.
I don't know my Supras at all, so I just would have agreed.
So don't really love the look, but happy for the Toyota guys. They did need a sports car in the fleet. Yeah, they did, and hopefully Mitsubishi, my water chestnuts, hopefully they pick up another sports car into the fleet.
Who was that?
That would be exciting, but maybe that won't happen. Who knows?
Oh, NZ Philly just finished work and joined us.
Congrats on the 1K. You missed out on the supercars story. We were just talking about you.
we were looking for you to give us all the goss on the supercars, mate. Tell us, Carl. Throw a comment in there. What do you reckon? Are they going to do the underlights in the Gold Coast or what? Because they're talking up big, but and I didn't mention this. They've not consulted with any residents in Main Beach, and some they're pretty.
I'm sure there's some pretty angry retirees down there.
That's what I was trying to think of how to say it nicely. I struggle to see it going ahead, but that's an older story. But High Octane Motorsport and Photography joined. G'day, thank you for joining yet again. Congrats.
Congrats on the 1K. Thank you.
Hunting down 2K now. We'll get there.
Nugget Garage, good to see you've got a spare Coke on hand, Dave.
I've got a couple of spare Cokes, don't worry. Always prepped.
Johnny, I'd go 2J over that. And Nugget Garage, everyone should go 2J over anything.
How's the 2J going? Soul in the wounds. No.
NZ Philly, I'll watch it back later. Haha, no chance.
Won't happen, you reckon?
And Lexus LFA over that. Yeah, the LFA sounds so good. Honestly, one of the best sounding cars out there. If you haven't heard the noise that comes out of that beast, you need to go on YouTube. The Lexus LFA. It's their supercar. The Lexus supercar. Okay,
you'll have to show me that after. Good to see some comments starting to roll through now. A few more people joining as well. And we got 420 Mad Bloke just joined as well.
What's up, people?
Hey man,
welcome.
How you going? Welcome. Thanks for joining us and commenting.
Carl says one of the big reasons I stopped going was because the oldies got their way and got the Friday nights cancelled when the Bray Boys used to put on a show.
Nugget, too soon, Dave.
I will say something about the 2J actually is Daigo, I don't know how to pronounce his name, Daigo Sato, I think is probably going to be my best guess. He's a drifter in Japan and they got their hands on the new Supra. They swapped a 2J into it, and then it caught on fire.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nasty. So they weren't happy with the motor that it comes with?
No, they wanted to put a 2J into his drift car, and then, he went out drifting it, and, caught on fire.
Damn. Carl says, one of the big reasons stuff going on, Oldie's got in the way. Friday night's cancelled, yeah. Look, it's Indy, right? I think that's where it all started to go downhill when they lost the Indy. But all right. So that's Supra. We're done on the Supra.
Mm-hmm.
Got to move on. What's next?
Move on to my all-time favourite.
Your
car that I would absolutely own if I could.
A 370?
No, a GTI, of course.
Oh. So not... What, over the Evo?
Oh, I'd still get an Evo. This would be right next to it.
So this is the problem with all the car news and the recent car news is I don't get any old school car news. It's all, there's no new news about the old HQ, about the Kinger, unless I make that news. So, and that's all done and pick it up from the tuners tomorrow though. Anyway, back to the story.
Exciting. I can't wait to jump in it in the passenger seat.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll give me a drive.
Maybe not.
I'll follow you in the ute then.
So, anyway, back to the story.
It's right, I'll get the subscribers to start posting on our wall telling you that they need to let me drive the HJ.
Well, I'm thinking maybe we should take them out to Willowbank and put the HJ and the ute down the strip together.
That'd be good
So
fun.
the ute's got a bit more horsepower, but
A fair bit more weight.
a lot more weight and manual, and the HJ auto and lighter. Be interesting to see how it goes. I think
Got a couple more comments.
we do.
Lexus V8, LFA, NA V12. I think it's a V10 in the LFA. Might be.
There you go. He's Mr. Google's onto it.
Yeah, I think it's a V10. Yeah, it is. V10.
V10, there you go.
4,805 cc's.
And Shane Fitzgerald joined as well. Says, G'day, mate. How you going?
Yep.
Thanks for comments.
Street Spec TV. Hi guys, love the content. Give my channel a shout out. I'll have to look up your channel after.
Yeah, definitely.
Tell us what you cover.
Yeah, tell us about it. Throw it in the comments. And
NZ Philly will
people
be
can always right click on there as well. Can't you right click?
Left click if you're on the phone. So, well, the only click. Just tap on it.
Left click on the phone.
You got to use your left hand.
Yeah, sweet.
Love the kind of, we'll be the same with this. The Queensland Tourism Minister doesn't even know shit. She claimed it would be one of only 2 night race events in the world. Yeah.
That's Fugu. Hey, how you going? Haven't spoken in ages. Good to see you joining. See how we're going?
The LFA's insane. G'day. Still catching up. Mum says me first. Oh, I don't know. You'll have to fight me for it.
Apparently her car. Now that the money's all spent, I'll have. All right. Anyway, we've got to talk.
Story, yeah.
We've got to talk to the story about
anniversary models. 50th anniversary.
So I think it's their
the
50th
GTR.
year this year.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
So they're talking about bringing out in 2020 a 50th year anniversary model.
Yeah, for both.
I'm looking for the
story. For the 370 and the GTR also.
Okay. So, what's different? They say 50th anniversary pricing and features in the article.
In the 370, it's the power is unchanged. 245 kilowatts, 363 newton meters of torque from the 3.7 litre V6. It's channeling Peter Brock, not the Australian one. It's the American Peter Brock. His number 46 BRE liveried Datsun 240Z. So that's the sort of livery that you can see here on the car.
Okay.
And it's got the signature 2-toned striped outfit in iconic red over white.
Yeah, see, I skim read this earlier and just saw Peter Brock and I'm like, oh, what's he got to do with this? This is I remember that.
And it gains a 50th anniversary badging on the rear and front guards and updated 19-inch wheels with red outer rings.
Right.
And
so
then there's a bunch of red highlights inside the car and red leather mesh in the seats.
Now, pricing. Do they give us pricing?
They do. But we do talk about the GTR first before they give us pricing.
Okay. Well,
So the GTR,
what do we get there? We're going to get more power?
A little bit more under the skin. I don't know about more power. The performance remains unchanged from the VR38's V6, 419 kilowatts and 632 newton meters of torque.
Okay. Still not too bad.
Yeah, it's very good. The launch controller will get you off the line pretty quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
what do you get?
Electronically controlled suspension has received a new tune for better ride comfort and more precise cornering.
Right.
Bolstered by improved steering angle and a new brake booster. It's got updated turbos coupled with the Nismo throttle and gearbox calibrations, seeing more responsive acceleration and aggressive downshifts. It's a little bit more rev on the downshift when you go and straight pipe your GTR, because who doesn't want to do that?
And
it's based on the mid-spec premium luxury variant of the GTR.
Yeah.
So it's available in 3 colour and stripe options, which is super silver with white stripes, ivory pearl with red stripes, and the newly released Bayside blue with white stripes, which is good. The one here. The Bayside blue is the same blue that was on the 2 R34 GTRs in our video from Tuned.
Yep, his and hers GTRs.
Mm-hmm.
So they get some redesigning in the fog lamps. Did you mention that as well?
No, I didn't see that.
The titanium muffler as well is changed, and they get burnt blue tips as well.
Cool.
So that's what you pay. So what are you paying?
So for the 370Z, you get the manual for $53,490. The automatic for $55,990. And I have a friend who owns the automatic, and he said it's the best thing ever. The paddle shift is just so quick.
In the 370? Yep.
Said he loves it. For the GTR, the premium, which isn't the anniversary, that's starting off at $193,800. The premium luxury is $199,800.
Ouch.
Premium luxury 50th anniversary, $209,300. Track edition, $235,000, and the track edition with optional Nismo interior is $247,000.
$250K. Ouch. Man, they sting you on those, don't they?
And I don't know if that's drive away because it doesn't say it.
Oh, of course. No, probably not. A few comments there. Johnny Skidpig's got HQ news.
Mighty Skid Pig is nearly ready for Pitsworth sprints and burnouts. Big block 186.
186, yeah. The 186 cylinder. 6-cylinder. Holden.
Big Keg says, is this 50 questions with Moog?
Watched that earlier. We did. You can ask a few questions about Moog. We will make some answers up. We have none, but we'll make them up.
53 Wizard says 370Z with lipstick.
Yes.
Shane, much rather the GTR, so would I. I'd love the GTR.
Yeah, definitely.
If I could get one of those. Or the Porsche 911 GT3 RS is another pick for me.
Johnny's says that he's only 35, just reads a lot of Street Machine. Yes, talking about Street Machine, obviously if you come to us from Skid Factory, you're watching the 304 build at the moment, and all the talk on Iron Line, and I did notice when I picked up Street Machine earlier, I think it was last month's edition, or the month before, front cover, I didn't realise it until today. It says Iron Line was the story on the front cover.
There you go.
The plastic-powered LJ Tirana. So there you go. Definitely Iron Line. That's what they call it. So a bit off topic there, but yeah. Fancy tips. Yeah, it's worth $250,000. You get those fancy exhaust tips. So
Nugget says, seems I'm showing my age well. And Big Keg says, is that Aussie dollars? I would say so, since that was on whichcar.com.au.
Yeah, Aussie side. So it is. And yeah, just sorry, back to Johnny Skid, but he'll be out at Pitsworth Sprint, so you go out and check out. There's a burnout comp and stuff out there. That's next Saturday. We can't make it. I did want to go out and say good day to Johnny and get out there and watch the Pitsworth Sprints because we haven't been out there for years. I don't think you've even been out the Pitsworth Sprints.
No, well, not that I can remember. Maybe I was like this big or something. You know?
Maybe you were, yeah, in the baby capsule in the back. But yeah, it was years ago that since I've been out there. It's a good little event, but we'll be at Power Cruise. So checking out some cars at Power Cruise and getting some footage of some mad cars out there.
Yeah, very excited. The old GTR will give the new Vet a good run. I would say so.
Yeah, you reckon that launch
But
control?
maybe that beefed up version.
Well, the 800
if
horsepower is the new one.
If you're not just spinning the rears when you try and launch it, but
if they get it down, it'll be very interesting. All right. Alright, so 420 Mad Bloke says online is a title. Google it. It's a Ford engine also. Right, there you go. I'll go back and read the story in Street Machine anyway later after the show.
AJD V6. That's what it says.
That's the real Iron Line.
The Lion engine family was developed and manufactured at Ford's Dagenham Diesel Centre.
I'll check the Street Machine. There's Street Machine Iron Line, and it is a LJ Tirana on that one. And it is running.
Yeah, guys, Big Keg says it right. Drop the chat for a second, smash the like button.
Thanks, man. Yes, please do. And it's running a 355, so 308 stroked out to 355. They're calling the Iron Line on that one. So unless it's could be the 304 stroked out, but I'll read a bit more later. We're all right. Next story.
Got a couple more comments. Johnny Skidpick says, "Tell Tyre Fryer I said g'day." Alrighty, we will do. We'll have a chat then. We'll find him. Yeah,
definitely. We've got some footage of him before. He'll be at Mad As, I would imagine, this weekend as well. Talk about that later.
420 Mad Bloke, boom. NZ Philly, haha, the stamp duty alone on the Nismo GTR is $13,750, that is. Just so I don't think I'm saying $13.75 or something. I guess I'll have to pass on this one.
yeah, a bit out of the price range. All right, next story. We've got there's a bit of a story about the best driving roads in Australia at the moment. So,
well, while we're doing this story, if you know a good driving road or a nice mountain run or something like that, comment it in. Let us know.
Definitely, let us know about it. Tell us. But the one that we've got a picture of there is actually a Queensland road. It's not too far from us. A bit of Mount Glorious. Because that was one of the roads that did make the...
Mount Nebo and Mount Glorious roads in Queensland.
Two of that made the cut for Queensland.
So you don't have to travel too far out of Brisbane for this one. It's about a 20-minute drive from the Gap for Mount Nebo, and you get plenty of forest cafes and a panoramic lookout.
Yeah. It's a bit of a climb up the hill, of course. Mount Glorious.
Mount Glorious takes you almost 700 metres above sea level.
A lot of bikes head up there all the time. They're always riding up through Mount Glorious. It's a great spot for a bike ride. But it's made the pick for a great spot for car driving as well. So, what other roads have we got?
Nugget Garage says Willowbank. All you need to know.
One nice straight road. No extra curves needed.
Forest Apollo Bay Road in Victoria.
So anyone from Melbourne, that's a spot. If you
everyone knows the Great Ocean Road is a challenging drive, not just for all its twists and turns, but also because it can get clogged with traffic, and being stuck behind a caravan for 20 kilometres isn't much fun.
True that.
So it says you can start. So this is on carsales.com.au. It says on here that you can try a different route to get to the beaches, coming over the Otway Ranges from the little town of Forest. Stop for a long lunch at the charming Bespoke Harvest restaurant. The road winds its way over the hills, through tree fern-laden gullies, past vertiginous cow paddocks, and finally hits the sea at Skeens Creek about 30 kilometres later.
Let you know, threw some big words in there just to screw with you.
Turn left to get back to Melbourne, all right, for an even longer and more thrilling driving adventure.
The next one is New South Wales. And they say Oxley Highway is the road to get on down there. 653 kilometres of the Oxley, actually.
It says you can do
Well, you could do the entire.
Yeah.
653 kilometres of the Oxley. It stretches west across central New South Wales. But for keen drivers, stick to the eastern end from Port Macquarie on the coast. The Oxley heads up to the Great Dividing Range at Warshope and seemingly never stops climbing, twisting and turning. 182 odd kilometres before it levels out at Walcher, and surprisingly free of civilization, unless you count towns like Longflat and the little farmhouses that are dotted along some of the countryside through there.
We've got a couple more comments. Best driving roads, any racetrack, says Johnny Skidpig. Shane Fitzgerald, Mount Dandenong in Melbourne.
Dandenong, yeah, okay.
Big
Another
Keeg
Melbourne
says,
one.
I'm Tasmanian, 2 heads, yes. All roads are sketchy and awesome.
I haven't done a lot of driving around Tassie, but I did on my last trip down there. Went around Hobart, but then headed up to Lonnie. So I drove across the middle. It's not very far.
Nugget Garage says corners are to get back to the racetrack. God says Mount Kira Road in New South Wales.
Okay, haven't heard of that one.
And Johnny Skidpig says Mount Panorama.
Yeah, we'll be watching that one in October. Not far away. So, what's the next road in the article?
In South Australia, we got Gorge Road.
The Gorge Road.
So the Adelaide Hills borders Adelaide, which means you don't have to go far before hitting a network of great roads winding through bushland, farms, wineries and small villages. Take Gorge Road out of Athelstone, and it's a challenge for any car and driver along the Kangaroo Creek Reservoir. There are crests and cambered corners, and the fun continues for about 20 kilometres to Chain of Ponds.
Alright. And return down Northeast Road, or whichever way you want to go. There was all changed now, but when I originally brought my first trip down to Adelaide, they had I think it was the East-West Road. That and it's not this way now, but it did change. It was basically the road, the highway that heads into the city, and in the morning it would head in. It was one way, but in the afternoon the road turned around and went the other way.
That'd be confusing.
Yes.
I'd end up going the wrong way. I need my lamp.
They have changed it now, but I always remember that. I thought that was just very random that it was the same road and it just went in different directions at different time of the day.
Got a couple more comments. Nugget Garage says Johnny Perfect. 5-3 Wizard. Mullaney Range, Sunny Coast, Hinterland. I think I'm going to be cruising along that with some mates from the Subaru crew soon. So that should be pretty cool. I'll go and check that one out.
I'll sit that next Coke there. Joel gave me that holder. I better put that out there for him. Parry Road Performance. I said I'd give him a mention. There you go.
I'm probably going to get your name wrong. Nylone, the Space Invader. Waterfall Way, west of Coffs Harbour. That is a really good road. Very scenic.
I've got some great
beautiful photos. Yeah,
you were there.
Yeah, I was. And my mates went down there again. The Subaru crew. They went down there, and some of the pics of their cars on that road is just amazing.
So what year was that? We were down there. We went up to Dorrigo.
We went there just after the big floods.
It was a massive flood, wasn't it? Massive
it was
rain.
2000 and it was fairly early.
2010.
I thought it was
earlier. I don't remember. I got some great photos of all the waterfalls coming down through that road as we drove through. Actually got pictures of the car coming through, and you see the waterfall coming down the hill under the road where we're parked on. Yeah, it was a really great shot and very scenic drive. And we went up
2009.
Was it Dangar Falls? we went up to Dangar Falls, and that was flowing massively over there. So, and then it was big rains a few times we went up. We went there. We used to holiday there for Christmas.
And we've got one more road. If you're in WA, so if Spike's here, Zigzag Scenic Drive in WA.
It's aptly named, the Zigzag Scenic Drive.
So this stretch of road in Gooseberry Hill, just 30 minutes outside Perth, maybe just 3 kilometres long, but what keen driver could resist a name like that? The series of tight switchbacks is reminiscent of Italy's Stelvio Pass and was once a railway line used to transport timber up the Darling Scarp. It has since been paved, and at the top you'll be rewarded with views back towards Perth and the coast.
Yeah, right. For anyone over in the west, that's one to check out. Definitely over there, I'll check that out. Zigzag Scenic Drive. Quick, short trip, but sounds like a pretty cool road.
Yeah. You can go up and down it a couple of times.
Redcliffe Bridge. Yeah, that's a nice spot. It is. Actually, it's a nice spot. You've been across the Redcliffe Bridge?
Probably, but I don't know if it's caused any significance to me, maybe.
It's big.
Oh, there you go.
It's a big, long one.
Another road near Queen Mary Falls, past Killarney.
Yeah, done that one as well. Certainly been out to Queen Mary Falls amongst the floods. Went out there when it was flooding as well. Did the track down to the bottom. Did a bit of hiking. I think it was about I forget how long it was. It was about, I don't know, about 6 cans of Woodstock long from memory. So,
Big K says, yeah, the old Redcliffe Bridge.
all right. We'll jump on to the next one. We're getting towards the end of the news. There was a few there. But I said we did warn that there would be some EV, some electric vehicle news.
Yeah. Who's a fan of electric vehicles and who isn't?
Hands
and
up.
if you are a fan, then why?
Hands up. Who's keen for electric vehicles? Is anyone keen for electric vehicles? Not.
No,
But-
not really.
Not really. But
Maybe I need to get that guy. I saw someone's comment on. I was watching old 1320 videos.
Yep.
And they found that guy that makes the car noises with his mouth. The bloke that's from Australia.
Yeah.
And I saw a comment that said, if I ever get a Tesla, I need this guy in the passenger seat. So I said, yes, that's exactly what I want.
Funny. So, what's the story? Because there's a new EV record. I think Tesla's been knocked off a perch, maybe?
Yeah, I believe so. So the Porsche Taycan now holds the 4-door electric vehicle record around Nürburgring. So although Tesla hasn't set an official time with the Model 3 performance, the car's 7:42 time does represent the completion of an important goal for Porsche's engineering team. So yeah, 7 minutes 42. That's
So-
actually pretty up there, I believe.
What's that compared to, you reckon? And it's Nil 1, the Space Invader.
Or Paulie.
Paulie, yeah. Big Keg says thumbs down. Electric vehicles, big thumbs down. But Nil 1 is keen on the Taycan. There you go. So he's saying that
It's set to arrive in Australia in late 2020. Another 2020 arrival.
another 2020 arrival.
You're spoilt with choice if you want to buy a
'Cause
brand new car in 2020.
Because a Tesla is a bit of a rocket, let's face it. And this is quicker than a Tesla, right? The 4-door.
Around the track, I don't know in a straight line. I haven't seen much about this until I saw this article, actually. But it's quicker than the Honda Civic Type R. It's on par with the previous generation Cayman GT4 and not far behind the Renault Megane Trophy R, which I think is the current front-wheel drive record holder on the Nürburgring.
Right. Okay.
Maybe someone can correct me on that if I'm wrong. I
They
think
will.
that's where they are.
Nugget Garage says he kind of is keen on the electric because it's different and the instant power delivery.
Yeah, that is a cool thing about them. Just how quick that Roadster was.
I'm just a V8 fan, so I'll
See, that's the
still V8.
biggest. The instant power is awesome. The thing that you miss is the noise. So you get the best of both worlds and get a mad hybrid. Hopefully they bring a couple more.
Big cam in the V8, and you sit at the lights and get the car shaking. That's just my thing. I know You like your
Johnny
4 cylinders?
Skidpig says, I respect them EV, about as fast as the Holden Commodore Ute. Nil1 says, EV for the daily commute, self-driving please, and an ICE for weekends.
Yeah, that was the story we talked about earlier with the racetrack in Brisbane. That was a big part of that track, was so they could test autonomous vehicles. So you can go, like for consumers to be testing the autonomous vehicles in a safe place, off the road, etc. So, Carl says, yeah, as long as I don't ever have to have one and it keeps the vegans quiet, I'm fine with it. Does that mean
I won't be buying an EV anytime soon.
you won't be...
I'll be buying an EVO, an Evo.
An Evo? You won't be veganing in your electric vehicle?
No, I will not. Next kart project, No Garage EV.
Yeah, definitely. Let's put on the EV powered go kart. So yeah, what?
You'll probably have less traction than the current one.
Yeah, probably. It's a nice looking car though. I will say.
Yeah, it does look very good.
And it's, well, I guess it's because it's Porsche.
Yeah.
The interior is quite immaculate and very feature heavy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of features looking at it. But you know, I guess the thing is, at the moment, there's not a lot of competition for that record. Four-door electric vehicle.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of them are jumping in their four-door EVs to take them to the ring. So.
And there's well, you're not taking your Prius down there.
No. Well, you can.
You can,
You
but you're
can
not
actually
going to
take
get
it. I think
there.
it's like £20 or something, and you can go for a race around the track.
Yeah, but they're not going to bloody compete, are they?
Well, there is a... It's not an EV, but it's like a little Volkswagen Up. There's a video on YouTube of it beating a Scuderia Ferrari around the track.
Really?
Because it's a professional driver and then a Sunday driver in the Ferrari.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, not here we go. Here's another article about it. Not content with having the fastest overall lap time at the Nürburgring with its 9:19 Evo, Porsche has just bagged another record at the Green Hell. So they've already got the fastest lap record.
Oh, okay.
Fastest overall lap time at Nürburgring in their 9:19 Evo. So another record for them. There you go.
There you go. All right.
So maybe now Tesla will take a Model S over there and smash out a lap. Who knows?
It's Fugu's a fan of EV, electric vehicle. Fugu, you still got Honda. Are you still driving Honda as well? What are you in at the moment?
Big Keg says nothing keeps vegans quiet. Johnny Skidpig, go-kart only good EV worth keeping.
Well, the turbo go-kart's pretty cool.
Edward says, hey Tyler, it's Edward. Hey Edward.
Oh, it's the only electric vehicle worth keeping, not the only go-kart worth keeping. Sorry. Went over my head. Too many cokes.
Welcome Edward. Welcome to the stream. Edward is from TAFE. Edward is one of my classmates.
There you go.
Their biggest fault is range. Yeah, that is very true. The range on the EVs and, well, the noise again.
And the price.
That too. Not very affordable for the average consumer at the moment.
And if you look at the story...
If you want one of the really nice ones, that is.
Yeah, and if you have a look at the story that we did last week, because I talked about how clean an electric vehicle actually is, and you've got to do 118,000 or 120,000 kilometres before you become emissions neutral, because of the cost of emissions created from building the vehicle and the battery. There's just as much emissions cost goes into building the battery as what is in building of a whole vehicle. So that you've got to drive those cars for at least 120,000 Ks before your emissions become at a neutral point. And then if you look at the second-hand market, there's not even a car for sale that's done 120,000 kilometres, so none of them even reached that point yet. So there you go. Fugu's in the Toyota hybrid now. There you go. Jumped ship. Are you enjoying it?
Hoonigan recently had an older BMW with an electric motor swap. Weird to watch your car shredding tyres and all you can hear is tyre squeal.
No motor and no engine noise. Yeah, cool.
EV West are the king in aftermarket EVs. So there we go. I'll have to look it up. Assuming that 12 centimetre 32 is where is your likes viewer. Big Keg says buy a used Prius.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. All right, that's EV. We'll move on. Done our EV story. We've ended up with one most weeks.
Yeah, I think there's only been 1 week where we haven't gotten an EV, so 9 out of 10 episodes at the moment.
All right. So this story here at the moment is about, my little headline there. Police are now flying to catch you flying.
Yeah.
So, police choppers with radar.
Yeah, it's something a bit different.
Apparently not new.
Yeah.
But there's been some talk of whether it was actually true, because there's been these signs popping up that there was aerial speed detection.
Yeah.
So now it's proven because people have gotten tickets.
Yeah.
Right? So this was in the snowfields in Victoria. The police air wing have already nabbed 56 people and sent out some fines from radars in helicopters.
Yeah. So they've caught 15 people who were travelling at speeds that resulted in the loss of the driver's license.
So they were hooking in.
And a 29-year-old Hallam man had his Volkswagen Passat wagon impounded for driving at 158 kilometres an hour in a 100 kilometre an hour zone on Mount Buller Road.
In a what zone? What zone was it? Sorry?
100 kilometre an hour. So it's 58 k's over.
58 over. Yeah, right. It's is it going to be the way? Like, there's a lot of police helicopters always flying around the GC, around the Gold Coast and Brisbane. And is that going to be the way as well, that we end up with radars going in them as well? Because you won't know they're there, right?
No. Well, Victoria Police are upgrading its air wing with 3 new Italian Leonardo helicopters in 2020 at a cost of around $63 million.
They've got to make that money back somehow.
And there's also going to be a Beechcraft King Air 350ER aeroplane, which they're going to use to rapidly deploy officers where it's needed.
Really? Damn. Tay Hutt's just joined as well. Great content. Congrats on 1K. From Tassie, another one from Tassie. Big Keg somewhere down there. 1.6K now. Big Keg, correct. Yeah, they keep coming through. I think there's been 2 or 3 during the live feed as well. So it's good. Hopefully it keeps growing. Keeps us motivated to keep bringing content. So hopefully the live show is good, but we'll definitely bring lots of car shows as well.
Yeah.
So, but on the radars, right? So this sort of ties into our little segment that we've been running for the last few weeks. And we've been talking about stupid laws, driving laws around not just Australia, but around the world. And we grab a couple of those and have a chat. I don't know. Tyler's got a couple. I've got a couple. We don't know what they are. We don't tell each other.
Yeah.
Hopefully we don't have the same ones.
Yeah.
And then hopefully you might have some too. Let us know if you've got.
Drop in the comments if you've got any weird and wacky laws.
We'll read them out. Who's going first?
I'll go first in a second. We'll just catch up on the comments quickly. We've got a couple more. How accurate would the radar be? Because the ones on the highway, they have to be at a set height. Tax office muscle. Who knows? Technology is advancing so quickly, so it's advancing at an exponential rate, so it's likely that they are pretty accurate.
The article says, when we asked for clarification on how air wing helicopters nab speeding drivers, Victoria Police said it doesn't disclose its methodology for operational reasons.
There you go.
So the spokesperson said Air Wing has several options at its disposal, including a range of techniques to detect speeding motorists and subsequently direct on-ground units. So they're not saying how they do it.
No. And Big Cake says, because doing 15 kilometres over the speed limit deserves a helicopter.
Well, we're going to spend $63 million on it to get more of them. So it's about that. Well, they say it's not about revenue, don't they? All right. Let's go back. Let's talk
laws.
Let's talk laws. You're gonna start off. You tell me what's your first law and where's it from?
So my first law is from Hawaii, and it ties in directly to my shirt. This chopped shirt from MCM.
So there's no motor car mods in Hawaii.
Well, no, that's not the law. You're trying to guess my law. You haven't even heard me say it yet.
Well, I couldn't guess it. I can't guess it after you say it.
You just don't need to guess it. You need to wait.
All right, tell me the law.
It is illegal for any vehicle in motion to use its hazard lights. So if you've just chopped someone, you can't chuck on the hazards and throw the chop fingers out. It loses some effect. You've just got to do the chop fingers.
Chop fingers with no hazards.
You'll have to stop completely before hitting that hazard button. So you got to do your
While
race.
in motion, you can't do it.
You got to do the race and then slam on the brakes, pull over to the side, put the hazards on, and they're going to do a P-plate flyby.
Oh, good one. What do you reckon?
5-3 Wizard says that's the police saying we don't really know.
Yeah, so true. So true. Maybe we should vote on the best one tonight. So that's Hawaii, right?
Yeah.
No hazards while
your vehicle is in motion.
Okay, that's the first one, Hawaii. Alright, I got one from there's 2 states actually have this same law, Tennessee and California.
Okay.
It's illegal to shoot any animal from your car in those states. Unless it's a whale. I don't know why they need that last bit. But if it's a whale, you can shoot it from your car.
Interesting.
But it's illegal to shoot any animal from your car in Tennessee and California unless it's a whale. You got nothing?
Why do they have to make that a law? What caused this to make it a law? Why? How many
rogue
animals?
whales are getting around? Like, all those wild deer or whatever else are running around, they're fine, but those bloody whales, shoot them. That was a good one.
So I've got my second law from North Carolina. So in North Carolina, it is illegal to drive through a cemetery if you are not there to dig a grave or bury someone. So no swerving between the headstones for fun.
So you can only drive through. What if you want to visit a grave?
Well, you can't drive through it. You've got to pull up on the outside and walk through.
Okay, but you can drive through if you're there to dig it?
If you're there to dig a grave or bury someone.
Just randomly there to dig a grave? That's okay. Where was
so
that?
if you just want to do... That's in North Carolina. So if you want to cruise the cemeteries and drift through the headstones and whatnot, then you got to make sure you dig a hole while you're there.
All right. Last one. And then do we vote on the best law or...
Yeah, we can.
Or who had the best 2? Maybe we'll make it easy.
Yeah, vote for who had the best 2 laws.
Yeah, vote for Dave or vote for Tyler at the end of this. So mine is Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
In Alabama, it's illegal to drive while blindfolded.
Why is that a law? Isn't that just common sense? How many people were driving blindfolded that they had to say, well, we've got to make this a law?
100% in Alabama. That's, you can't wear a blindfold while driving. So what do you reckon, guys? Who had the best? We got you can't shoot an animal unless it's a whale, and not allowed to drive with a blindfold.
Mm-hmm. Or in Hawaii, it's illegal for any vehicle in motion to use its hazard lights, so you can't hazard lights and throw the chop fingers. And in North Carolina, it is illegal to drive through a cemetery if you're not there to dig a grave or bury someone. Who had the best laws, me or Dad?
Dave or Tyler? Who's the vote? Who's the winner tonight?
And Neil 1 says whales are a real hazard, real road hazard. Big Keg says I have a harpoon hanging in my truck just in case. Carl says easy way to get around that and make sure mother-in-law is in the passenger seat. Cop will understand. Nugget Garage, bad news for Buddhist monks in China. You're not allowed to reincarnate without the government's express permission.
Classic.
2K by midnight.
We'll hope so. That'd be good.
That'd be
I
crazy.
don't think we will. Well, we
That'd
need
be crazy
we need
if we
another
did.
shout out to grow that quick.
Yeah. Big Kegs' whale wins.
1 vote for me so far. Any other voters? Come on, throw a vote in. Or is it the delay? We've got a 30-second delay.
Yeah. Maybe we let the votes roll in while we start going through the what's on. So pop your vote in, and I'll take them down here.
All right, Tyler, I'll tally the votes. Keep throwing them in. We'll talk about what's on. So I've got to change the slide. Hang on. We'll go to what's on. There's what's on.
Alrighty.
Friday. What
So,
big one kicks off on Friday?
Red Sentinats. I'd say a high octane going to be out there. I don't know.
I don't know. Actually, I think I know where they'll be Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll get out to Red Centre Nats or not. Big trip, but
Right.
Alice Springs.
You've blown me out of the water. It looks like I haven't even gotten a single vote yet.
I'm not watching comments yet. Red Centre Nat starts on Friday, and that goes all weekend. And there's show and shine, cruising, drags, all the driving events, everything happening. It's a massive event out there. That's the Alice Springs version of the Summer Nats, but definitely one worth getting to.
Is it a seeding event for Summer Nats? I think they take some people from there to Summer Nats if you're a winner.
They would. I would imagine they would be. So it's a big one. That kicks off Friday. What else we got on Friday?
Rides by Cam. Track day at Queensland Raceway on at 8 a.m.
So Rides by Cam does some amazing custom vehicles on the Gold Coast here. Look them up if you want to see some pretty amazing vehicles. And they unleash vehicles over in SEMA. So they do some of their stuff and send it over to SEMA to unveil. And they got some pretty cool cars. And the young fella's got a pretty nice V8 that he drives around on his P plates too. So I don't know if you've seen that one. Was it in the Rang?
I may have.
Yeah, I'll show you later. But that kicks off. That's on Friday. That's because it's Gold Coast public holiday show day.
Yeah.
So that one will be at Queensland Raceway at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Big Keg says Carnage and Scotty there this year.
I would imagine they would get out to... Oh, well, maybe not, actually. I saw some news that Scotty's son has been a bit crook. Yeah. So his son's been crook and in hospital and stuff, so he may not make it out there. But that doesn't mean that Street Machine, Carnage, someone else will be out there representing.
Yeah.
They were out there, I think, last year in the MX-5 with the 5.7 twin turbo. You know the one?
I don't.
You haven't seen that?
I haven't seen it, no.
It's just another, what do they call it, Miata swap? Miata swap. There's MX-5's a Miata.
Yeah.
So everyone loves a Miata swap in the States.
Yeah, they do a lot over there.
What else we got on Friday? We got some stuff up the sunny coast. We got Retro Rocks Nambour. Retro Rocks Nambour's starts on Friday.
Yeah, that's at Town Square.
And that's on Saturday as well, right?
Yeah, it goes on Saturday as well.
With
So
Twilight
it starts
Cruise
at
and stuff.
5:30 p.m. on the Friday, and then on the Saturday, I believe it starts fairly early, 8 o'clock or something like that. So.
Yep, and they have a Twilight Cruise on the Friday though, don't they?
Yeah.
Yep. Downshift is on in Brisbane as well.
The night meet, 7 p.m.
They've been doing a few night meets lately.
Yeah, I think they've been getting a lot of popularity on the night meets. So continuing that trend.
That's 7 o'clock.
Yeah, at Beanley Showgrounds.
Beanley Showgrounds. Awesome. What else have we got?
We got a few on Saturday, I believe.
Saturday we got a bit happening.
So, well, it's Father's Day weekend.
Yes, there's a lot of Father's Day car shows on this weekend, but
On at Singleton High School,
New South
was
Wales.
the Auto Festival in Singleton at 10 a.m, 2 p.m.
So,
Till 2 p.m. 10 a.m. till 2 p.m.
10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Singleton High School, New South Wales. There's car park show at Super Performance. What do you reckon? We going that one?
I'd say so. We'll probably be there. The last one was really good, so
Yeah,
this one's only going to be bigger.
We went to the last one at Superformance, and we spoke to the guys at Superformance, and we spoke to other guys from Stinger Australia. But I think we'll speak to some cars.
Yeah.
We didn't get...
Well, yeah, we'll talk to the cars, the exhaust pipe or something.
Just talk to the cars. What are you doing here today with the car? No, we'll have a chat to a few car owners. Let me put the end of that sentence on there. It'll make more sense. And yeah, we'll bring some good interviews there, hopefully. So if you're out at Superformance on Saturday, please say g'day. We might even take the HJ. What do you reckon?
Yeah, could be a good idea. Maybe I can interview you.
So what else we got on? That's at 8 o'clock. Redland, 539 Redland Bay Road at Capalaba. Yep, Superformance is definitely a place to go and check out. There was a lot of nice cars there last time. I think it's pretty cool. They got a pretty cool little shop and stuff in there as well.
Yeah, one closest to home for you, Johnny, is the Show and Shine Motor Show at Dolby. Dolby State School. Should finish that. Otherwise, you'll just be going, where in Dolby is it?
Yes, yeah.
That's on at 9 a.m.
Dolby's not that big. You'll drive around, you'll find
I
it.
suppose so. Just look for the cars.
Start over there. It's not too far from Pity, mate. Head over and have a look at that one. And it's at 9 o'clock, yeah. So
then Mad Hours Burnout Series is on at Queensland Raceway.
High Octane will be there. That's where they'll be getting some footage, guaranteed. They'll be taking photos there.
2 p.m.
Yeah, 2
p.m. gates open. 4 p.m. I think the burnout starts. So.
That's correct. I'm just going to look up another event.
Got a couple more.
About.
Well, we got a couple more comments while you do that. 53 Wizard says no driving on the rock in Red Centre Maps.
Well, Pauline Hanson says she'd be keen to let people drive on the rock.
Nugget Garage Red Centre is 100% a bucket list. That definitely sounds like a good idea.
And then we got Rocky Nats coming up too next year, and then you got to add that one in as well. Rocky Nats is probably a bit easier for us to get to than either Red Centre Nats or Summer Nats. So definitely one that we got to check out.
Johnny Skid Pig says, I know One Tough HG is going to be at Red Centre Nats.
Oh yeah.
Big Keg says Miata.
Yeah, pronounce it right, Dave.
Shane Fitzgerald, no go for the twin turbo Miata. The engine is currently out of it.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's actually, I did see that because they got another block for it, but there was issues with that as well. So I do watch that one as well.
Neil One says, yeah, but it's Singo, you'll get stabbed.
Singleton.
Johnny says, I think they were going to take the turbo taxi to the Red Centre Nats.
Okay.
Big Keg says, did you ask Mum if you're allowed to take the HJ?
Shh. So loud she'll hear.
And Johnny says, sorry, Sprints prep.
True. Okay.
Did you find your event that you forgot about?
Yeah, I did, but I'll come back to that because we've got a couple more Saturday events. Because
right.
We'll do the car park show at Superformance. We won't make Mad Ads Burnouts.
No.
And that's why I was going to mention the other event.
Okay.
So
Roll Racing Brisbane, 4:30. QR also.
Mad Ads starts
At
gates
4.
open 2, but it's Burnouts from 4.
Yeah.
And then Roll Racing's at 4:30.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
If you go to QR, you're going to find some event.
there's going to be plenty on. Mad Ads is definitely on, but yeah.
And I think there's an event on at the Drags as well. So I think their drag series is on.
Oh, look, Big Keg, now you've woken her up. Now she wants to drive. It's in the morning too, sure.
So Carrara Markets Classic Car Show, is that right?
Yeah, correct. That was at Carrara, the classic car show. That's on Saturday
the Father's Day Classic Car Show on Saturday and Sunday on the Gold Coast. Yep, 8 till 3 on both days.
That'll be at Metricon Stadium.
Will it?
No, it won't be at
It's
Carrara.
at
Carrara Markets, not at...
Yeah, it's at Carrara Markets.
Oh,
not
at Carrara Markets, not the one we went to. Ah, yeah, I was confused. Yeah.
I'll flick this page while you explain your event.
Okay, so the reason that we won't make it out to Mad as Burnouts and or roll racing, because I would like to go to roll racing as well, because if that's definitely on, that patrol is going, the Nissan Patrol, that thing that nobody can beat on the 1/8 mile at Lakeside. So it would be worth seeing at Patrol. And he's bringing a few of his mates as well, and they've thrown a challenge out on Facebook to say, if you think you can beat us, get out here to roll racing. So that would be pretty cool to be at. But the reason I'm not is not on car related, but I'm doing an event with the Bearded Villains. So a group that I'm involved with Bearded Villains Queensland, and we've got the Australasia meet happening on Saturday. So big beard competition and everything going on. We're raising money for Bravehearts. So, and that's what Bearded Villains is just a group of bearded brothers that like to raise a bit of coin for charity and do our best. We do volunteer work and all sorts of stuff where we can, and we sponsor underprivileged children. We do things for Bravehearts. We do things for PTSD and veterans, and there is this event happening at the Alex Hills Hotel, and that'll kick off at 7:00 on Saturday night. So if anyone wants to come down and say good day, if you've got a mad beard, come down and get in the beard comp. If not, come down and say good day. And there'll be a lot of stuff happening down there. There's the Johnny Voodoo's barber shop are there, and heap of other vendors, slicks, and they got a lot happening. So worth coming down and having a beer with me at Alex Hills Hotel, Alexandra Hills, McDonald Road, and what is it, Finucane Road, Alex Hills Hotel.
You've got a couple more comments now as well. Johnny says, Dave, she drives you drink. Bit early. Big Keg says, sorry. Mum says, oh, in the morning.
Yes, early start.
Johnny says, my missus can't drive, so I don't have that problem. Carl says, yeah, boy, up the Bearded Villains. Hoping to make it up there.
Yeah,
Thanks for
good
getting me onto the page, by the way. And evening, Revheads. Evening, Rob Div. Sorry I'm late, been watching a movie. That's all right. There's always the replay for later.
That's it. And, yeah, Carl, if you can make it up, and you've got a mad beard that will win a prize in the beard comp for sure. And if you need a ride up, let me know. Heading from the GC. So, 4:00 start for the Bearded Villains, actually. We've got a bit of a get-together earlier on before everyone else opens up for the public. So, yeah, I've mentioned that. Not car-related, but raising money for charity, which is another good thing. Raising money for Bravehearts.
We've got
protect kids.
Sunday, 7 a.m, all Jap cars and coffee on at Kitchen 8 in Northgate. Maybe we can get out to that one. Right. Father's Day, we can go and look at Jap cars.
So is it all Jap cars and coffee? Look, there's a lot of people probably keen on that. So, and yeah, Kitchen 8 at Northgate. What street's that on?
Crockford. We had a big chat about not wanting to mess that one up on the live show.
What street again?
Crockford.
Sorry.
All Aussie Day Lakeside Raceway on at 7 a.m.
So you got all Jap cars. That's where you want to go with it.
Yeah. The All Aussie Day Holden and Ford, and that's really it, isn't it?
Yes. Pretty much, yes.
On at Lakeside Raceway, gates open at 6 a.m. So that'll be a fairly big day. They always get a really big turnout for that one.
It's a great track day. We've been up there quite a few times and had a good day out in the ute on the track.
I haven't been out to that one yet. I haven't been on Lakeside at all.
Oh, haven't you? Okay. Look,
No, you took one of my mates last time. I was working.
Oh, yeah, maybe I did. I wouldn't mind. I did plan to go up there with the HJ, but I've got to set up a catch can. Just the setup at the moment. It's got the oil at high revs pushes out the valley cover. So just the way it's set up, we have to change that slightly and put a catch can in just to release a bit of pressure before we push it too hard. So,
Big Keg says cops everywhere around Alex Hills, so careful.
Yeah, it'll be pretty safe driving the 4B. Well, I'll have a beer and Sally will drive. Hey, Sal.
Carl says, sweet mate, will do, cheers. Big Keg says, JDM mate, of course. Big fan of JDM cars.
I don't think he'll make cars and coffee at Northgate, though. He's in Tassie.
Yeah. Well, he's just saying JDM mate, he's a fan, maybe.
He's on your side, definitely.
Big Cake says Chrysler, don't forget the Valiants. We've got another subscriber, Super Torfire Warrior.
Woo.
Welcome.
Welcome. Excellent, thank you. Chrysler, don't forget the Valiant. Big Cake, there was a Chrysler event on, actually. We didn't mention that. Did we miss that completely?
I don't know. I didn't see it on my Facebook, but
There's a Chrysler event on
well, you mentioned other
Saturday.
ones, and I'll have a look.
If you look at the event, Saturday event was a Chrysler event. But we got Just Eight's annual show and shine on at Curramundi Hotel at 9 o'clock on Sunday. That'll be a big one as well. Down in Victoria, Melbourne, Father's Day car and bike show is on at St Kilda. And that's on at 10 o'clock down at Ackland Street, St Kilda. And another one in Victoria, Old Gippstown Father's Day show. And that's at 211 Lloyd Street, Moe, Victoria. So,
Or Moe. We couldn't work out which one it was.
Moe. I don't know, I'm not from Victoria. Someone from Victoria will correct
So the
us.
event is the 30th Chrysler Expo 2019 on at 6 a.m. at Rockley Showgrounds.
Oh, Rockley Showgrounds. That's where we went to the Rotary show. That was held by the Rotary Club. That's
Not the Rotary Mazdas.
No, just the Rotary, like old guys that cook sausage sizzles and collect money for Lions Club or whatever, Rotary Club type thing. But it was a good car show. It was the one we did in the rain. That's what's on. So we're pretty much at the end of the show. Who won? Who won the vote?
Oh, you did by a landslide. It was 10-0.
It wasn't just the... I think we got a vote not just for the whale, though, was it?
There was one vote
For the blindfold?
But there was 9 votes for the whale. Yeah. So.
All right, maybe next week.
It was a landslide. Maybe next week I'll win. Who knows?
Yeah, that was still good.
Big Cake says, I was Tasmania. It was on the Gold Coast, now near Coffs. There you go.
There you go. Sweet. All right.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Don't forget, we didn't throw the links up throughout the...
I forgot. Too busy talking.
You set up a bot to do all the work for you.
Yeah, I got to remember the commands I put in. So, if you want to donate to the channel, it's not by any means necessary at all, and any funds that do get donated will go straight back in to the channel.
Yeah.
And improving our content and helping us get to more events. And
if there's any misbelief out there, we don't make any money out of YouTube whatsoever. You'll notice there's been no ads in any of our shows so far. Maybe one day, but right now there's nothing. And we do bring all this content every week at our own cost. So,
and it will always be free. We'll never charge any money to bring this.
No. We always want to keep it free. But if you do want to contribute and help us carry on, we would certainly appreciate it. But main thing is just to give us likes and comment and feedback. That's the thing that we want most.
Yeah.
Regardless of funds, we'll keep doing it at our own cost as long as you guys say that you're loving the content and keep doing it. Then we'll keep doing it.
And I've thrown in links to our Facebook and Instagram. So if you haven't followed on either of those, make sure you get over there and do that also.
We might have to throw the Twitter up too one day because we've got no followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
I started posting on there. I
think it's Twitter.com Overtaking Lane. Just look up Overtaking Lane on Twitter. I'm sure you'll find us. It's the same logo.
Does anyone use Twitter? Who uses Twitter?
I know. And well, something did happen in the news. So this has been all over the news.
On a Saturday night.
Yeah, to end on a Saturday note. Jessie Combs, known by fans as the fastest woman on 4 wheels, has passed away in a crash. So they were trying to break the speed record.
Yeah, for the fastest female land speed record. And she has previously gone 840 something kilometres an hour, I think.
She was trying to break the record of 823 kilometres per hour.
Okay, there you go. Unfortunately, that didn't happen or didn't go to plan this week, and she did pass away. And our condolences go to
their family and friends, and
out there, and because she was doing some great stuff. Like, that's amazing speeds that they were doing out there.
Yeah,
trying to get those land speed records.
641 kilometers per hour in a 3-wheeled vehicle. Is that? No, that's a different person. I don't know. This news story is all over the shop. It's hard to read.
So, but yeah, our condolences go out there. It is a bit of a sad note to end on, but in saying that, thanks. Chris says very sad news. She was a great personality, and we never.
She was a host on MythBusters, I believe, as well.
Yeah. So, very unfortunate news, but be careful out there. Stay safe. As always.
More comments, Shane. Great show, guys. Enjoyed hanging out. Thank you. We
appreciate you joining us.
We appreciate all of you joining us. And,
good to see all the new commenters tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate that. That's what really makes the live show is everyone that does get on here and comment. And we've got a lot of regulars as well that have been tuning in for previous weeks, and we appreciate those guys that have done so great. And now we, of course, appreciate everyone joining us and become part of the Overtaking Lane family.
Yeah, the Overtakers.
The Overtakers. Yeah, so, as I said, if you haven't checked out our back catalogue, then have a look. Look at the videos.
There's a few playlists in there that you can jump in. Bum Eats, I think, is probably the biggest one.
Yeah, I've been trying to clean up the playlists a bit. I haven't had much time with work, but we'll probably organise them a little bit better. But yeah, check it out. Hopefully you like it. Let us know what you want to see more of. A lot of people are asking for more interviews. We sort of originally started just taking pictures of cars or video of cars and putting that together, but then the interviews sort of evolved, and now people seem to like the interviews. So we'll try and bring some more on the weekend. So we said Super Performance we'll get out to, didn't we? And then maybe All Aussie Day. Yeah, or All Jap Cars and Coffee. Who knows? One of the two. I can't turn up to All Jap Day in my HJ. We can take the Mirage, the Mighty Mirage. The Mighty Mirage. We need that engine swap first. Very sad news. Yes. Big Keg says thanks, guys. Thank you. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We do it for you guys as well as us. So, we do it as a passion for us, and something for us to get together. We don't see each other much anymore since I moved out home, but now we do. We got Tom from Finland. Yeah, Tom Hawks. Cheers from Finland, Europe. Thank you for tuning in. All the way from over there. That's awesome. It must be like super early in the morning for you. What's the time in Finland, Tom? And appreciate you joining. And we'll have to find an event in Finland. Yeah, that's the challenge. Can we find a car event? We'll find some events in Finland for you next week, Tom. We'll try. And 5-3 Wizard says Thursday evening, my new fave. Thank you. That means a lot to us. Appreciate that. We'll keep it going. Keep tuning in. Saturday we'll try and bring out a new video, as I said, the HQ run. Yep. All the HQ Holdens in Australia. So very, very monumental model change that was. The big shape change in the HQ Holdens in early 70s, 72. Was it? 72 HQ? 71 still HG, I think. So, 2 p.m, late afternoon. There you go. Johnny Fix says, just tell him it's an 8-rotor. I'll get the foot cam going. Awesome. All right. Well, we'll tune out there. Yeah. Make sure you share the channel around. Get all your friends on here. Get them to like the Facebook. Follow on Instagram. And we'll do our obligatory newsman sign out. We'll see you in the next one. Shuffle the paper. See you guys. Stay in the right lane. See you in the next one.